Hey, it's Matt here from Tradesman Digital Marketing. In today's video, I'm going to walk you through call-only ads, what they are, and essentially my best practices for call-only ads, and what I recommend doing with them to make sure they are as profitable as can be. So to start out, what is a call-only ad inside Google Ads? And a call-only ad is a ad designed to encourage people to call your business, and the only option Google gives these individuals is to click on your actual ad and call you. So it's essentially what it says, it's call only. You can only actually call people from this ad. And this is what they look like. They appear on mobile devices and allow the user to actually call you directly from their phone or mobile device, which is really nice. One thing I always say about call only ads is they're a little bit more expensive generally than a normal search ad. So when people place a bid limit or a budget, I generally recommend adding 15 to 30% extra based on what you were going to do for a basic search campaign, just because Google generally charges them a bit more because they are very valuable ads. So that's something to note. But that's essentially what a call only ad is. It allows you to call people. This is what the ad looks like. Very simple, very easy to create and implement and start getting leads for your business. Now, what are the best practices for these ads? And I've got a few of them just to go over to help improve your call only ads and help get you more leads inside Google Ads. So first off, we're going to come over here to our campaign, and I've come into our call only campaign. I've come down to our fiberglass pool ad group, and as you can see, we have 3 ads inside. And now what a lot of people will do is they only have one ad, and the issue with this is Google loves to A/B test stuff and figure out what's better and try and get you a better click-through rate, which allows you to get a higher quality score, which brings the cost down per click, which just leads to more account success because you're going to get more leads for a cheaper price, which is really nice. But a lot of people will only have one ad, and this is really bad for the account because Google's not going to be able to A/B test all of these ads, and it really will be a detriment to your account. So I always recommend having at least 3 ads, and then coming in here every couple weeks, see which one is winning, and by winning I mean doing the best. So it'll have the highest click-through rate, it'll generally have the most clicks. Then you'll have another one that is generally like on and off. It'll have like, a handful of clicks, lower click-through rate, and then you'll have a third one which just isn't moving. If that's the case, you see the third one is it's not doing well and it's essentially dead, all you have to do is come over here, hit pause, and then I would copy out a new ad. So you can just check mark on this, hit copy, hit paste again, and then paste the ad inside your account, and then you can just rearrange it and change some stuff about it and try to beat the current champion when it comes to the ad. So try and improve it and always try and be getting a better click-through rate. This really helps with call only ads because there's only so many things and so many levers you can actually adjust to make your campaign's performance a lot better, and this is one of the most crucial parts of it. So please make sure you have at least 3 ads running inside your account at all times, and then go in there and A/B test them and figure out which one's better, and then go in there, keep the winners and get rid of the losers, and always try and optimize with new ads. The next thing I always recommend doing is actually coming inside your ad and making sure all of your headlines and description lines are filled out. I recommend always adding as many descriptions and headlines as possible. This gives Google the greatest ability to A/B test stuff, figure out what's working, and then allow you to get a higher click-through rate. So make sure all of this stuff is filled out to the best of its ability. And then once that's filled out and you have 3 ads in your account, you can just hit save new version and you're good to go. Another thing that's very important for your ads is the actual extensions. So call only ads don't have as many extensions as a regular search ad, but they do have extensions. So it's very important to note which extensions they have. So the 3 extensions they do have are the call it extension, the structured snippet extension, the location extension, which actually isn't on here right now. You just have to add it by clicking on the actual blue icon here, coming down to location extension and adding it. If you have a permanent business or business location, I would definitely recommend adding that as it makes your ad bigger and it makes it more noticeable. And the bigger we can make our ad, the more likely it is to be seen. The more likely it is to be seen, the more likely it is to be clicked on. Your click-through rate goes up, your cost per click goes down because the quality score goes up, and you get more leads for the same amount of money, which is really nice. And the final extension, which actually isn't in here, but it's actually in our ad, is the actual website extension. So I generally recommend adding a final URL here. You don't have to for call extensions, but it makes you look a lot more professional, and it does make your ad a little bit bigger, which is always really nice. So once you've added all of this to your campaign, your extensions, your 3 extensions, call it, structured snippet extension, location, and website, you're good to go for extensions. Another thing inside Google Ads is actually what days are we going to be running the actual ads on? And this is really important because this is one of the big factors that can make or break a campaign. And what you can do is you click on your campaign here, you're going to scroll down to Ad Schedule. And as you can see here, we're running Mondays to Fridays for this campaign. Generally, Saturdays and Sundays for most service-based businesses, they don't do as well on the weekend. And this is because a lot of people on the weekend have a lot more free time. They have the ability to look around for a free quote, check out all the different prices. With people who have a problem or need of a service or product on the weekdays, so Monday to Friday, they don't have as much time to look around for the best product. They're probably going to go with the first or second person they find, and this is really good for us because this really brings our cost per conversion down and makes our leads a lot more cheaper. So is it worth testing Saturday and Sunday? Yeah, I would definitely test it if you have a big enough budget, but for most businesses, they're much better off sticking Mondays to Fridays. And I always recommend the hours as well, whenever you can actually return these calls and answer them. If you're not able to actually answer these calls, say, midnight or 2 in the morning, you're just running your ads 24/7, someone is going to call you. They're not going to receive feedback. They're just going to go find someone else to fulfill their needs. So it's very important to make sure the hours you're advertising for are actually the hours you can respond with. This really helps with sales as well and increasing closing rates. So this helps you bring in more money into your business later on. But this is something to note. Please make sure your ads are running on the hours that you can effectively respond to. And generally, I recommend Mondays to Fridays as I see the best results. The final thing inside of our account is the actual keywords, and this is the make or break for the account. Call only ads are phenomenal, but they do take a lot of effort when it comes to actually going over our keywords. And I definitely recommend all of these keywords be an exact match because call only ads are so sensitive and there's not much real room to adjust things. The biggest lever you can really control here is the actual keywords, and that's why I have everything an exact match to have as much control as possible to determine what keywords are winners, which keywords are losers. We're going to keep the winners and get rid of the losers as quickly as possible. And the way we do that is by coming into our keywords. Generally, I like to go through each ad group separately, scroll through here. Once this has 10 clicks, I then go over, I look at the actual conversion rates. If this is above 20%, so 2 conversions out of 10 clicks, we keep it. If it is below that, we get rid of it. And that's generally as simple as it is when it comes to optimizing keywords. Another thing you can do is come through here, look through the search terms. And of course, even with exact match and as much control as that offers, you're still going to get search terms you don't want to appear for. So what you have to do every week or so, come through here, copy these over to your negative keyword list, and then just add them to your negative keyword list. Whatever keywords you don't want to appear for, I generally recommend adding it at a campaign level as it's just easier that way, but you can also add it at the ad group level as well. Once you have your keywords in here, you can just hit save and you're good to go. But that really helps with reducing wasted ad spend and making sure you're not appearing for keywords you don't want to appear for. And it really helps with making your campaign as profitable as can be. So that's call only ads, what they are, and my best practices for them. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns, leave them down in the comment section down below. I'd be happy to answer them. Other than that, you guys have a wonderful day and take care.